Alright, I'm going to go over today how to make my halibut rigs for trolling for halibut in San Francisco Bay. Start out with going over what I use, and then I'll go into how I actually tie it and rig it up. So first off, I'm going to use like a 6-inch Lure Jensen Dodger. Either the silver or the chartreuse I find works best. You got any color hoochie skirt, squid skirt you want. I prefer whites, green and whites, chartreuse and white, but they'll all work. Pinks. And then I cheat. I can't tie a sliding snail knot. I don't have the time to practice all that. I just want to go fishing. So what I do is I use this set up live bait halibut rig. Pick up at your local tackle shop, Bass Pro Shops, wherever. I'll show you how I cut that up to make that work. And pack of bobber stops. And a 3-way or trolling spreader. Let's say I use these. And then you'll want anywhere from a 6 to a 10-ounce cannonball weight. I prefer about an 8. And some line for making your leader. So to start out with, I say you're gonna take this, and you're gonna cut off the extra, the slider and the snap swivel, and what you're left with is just the actual stinger and octopus hook, like that. They say I don't want to mess with even trying to tie that, but you need that. That's how you size it up for what bait, anchovy or herring you're gonna use. So like I say, you can adjust it for whatever size that bait fish is, and then the stinger will tie on. First thing you're gonna want to take, you do one of these bobber stops on here. These don't always work the first time, but this is how I do it. You're gonna pull that thing, take the bobber stop, loop your line to the end there. Let's see if I can get this on the first time, first try. Pull that thing down. Nope. No go. So we'll try again. There's plenty on there. And they're cheap. Strike 2. Problem with these is we're using 30-pound test or bigger line here, and these are designed for trout line. But they work once you get them on. Getting them on is the hard part. Nope. Just gotta work at it. I'm sure there's plenty of other ways to do it. I'm just showing you the way I do it. There we go. So got it pulled through like that. Okay. Now keep pulling. Pull it all the way down. Now it's on the line. And you can pull that off, save the rest of those for the next time. Okay. And you can slide that down a little further. Then take the bead. Bead comes with all that whole rig, that live bait rig. Slide that bead down. Hold it there. Take one of your squids out, white one, and nip the end off, just enough for some fishing line to pop through. So now you have that on there, and you can adjust by sliding that bobber stop how high you want the hoochie to be. Whether you want it lower near the bait, you can also put another one on and have two. I wouldn't go more than that, but one usually works, but sometimes you want two, more action, something easier to target for them. So that's what it'll look like. Then you'll put the eye of the anchovy or the herring through there. Then you'll hook this through right at the tail, and then you'll use some miracle thread and wrap that stinger treble hook around the tail. And like I say, you can adjust this with that sliding snail knot for the length of your bait. Then you'll attach that to your dodger. The way I do it is tie a loop. Come on. There we go. Pull that, moisten that. Okay. Then you can attach it to your dodger. Some people don't know this. You probably do, but somebody showed me. It was pretty helpful. With these, you can just put the loop on like that, hook it, and spin it right around, and so on. Then from the end of your dodger here, you want about a 3-foot leader to your trolling spreader. An easy way to do that, for me anyway, 6 foot tall. You just kind of hold your arm out, get it to the middle of your chest, about 3 feet. Try that on. Use whatever knot you feel comfortable with. I stick with the old improved clinch knot. A lot of guys like the Palomar knot. 3 foot. You can play with that. You can go a little less, 2 foot if you want. And you're gonna tie that to the lead line on your 3-way, your trolling spreader. Say you got everything you need in that live bait rig pack that we cut open. So there's even a slider. Shoot that. Another bead. Shoot that. What you want is this end here now. And you take that in. You want it to be about a foot, maybe even a little more. Tie that. Same thing with this. Put that there like that. Drop it. Then on that end, you would get your 8 or 10 ounce cannonball. And what you'll end up having is, kind of hard to get on camera, is that this ties to your main line off your rod. Got a 3-foot bag, your dodger, and then your hoochie squid skirt, and then your octopus hook with your stinger. And most of your hookups are going to come on the stinger. So like I say, you hook that through the tail of your bait and then wrap it with some miracle thread, break it off, and then fish, you know. Troll about 2.5 to 3 miles an hour at the fastest, 3 mile an hour, you know, and look for 12, 15 foot of water, contour lines, and troll those areas, and you're gonna find fish. And once you do, make a waypoint on your fish finder, turn around, go back through that. You'll keep getting them. There you go. That's my trolling rig for fishing halibut in the San Francisco Bay. stay tuned next time, and you know, make more videos like this in the future. If you like these videos, go ahead and subscribe my channel, and I'll keep them coming. All right, thanks for watching, guys.